All right. It has been a while since I last came in here to talk to you in here onto the United Matters channel. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name. Jose Mourinho has gone ahead and obviously warned Erik Ten Hag ahead of the game that we're going to be playing in Fenerbahce, that is in Turkey. And you know that Manchester United needs to win this game of football because we haven't gone ahead to win any game into this table or this league. It's now like a league. You understand? It's now like a league, and it's not something that is always as it used to be. It's now like a league, and it's not groups. And remember, we first played against a team called FC20, drew 1-1 at Old Trafford. Then we went ahead, obviously find ourselves in a position of really drawing with FC Porto, and now we have to play Fenerbahce away, and that means to obviously be in the top 8 in order to minimize the number of games that you're supposed to be playing this season. All you have to do is simple. We have to continue putting a shift into the mix, and that is the side of Manchester United. So thank you for watching through. Continue to subscribe because we want to hit 20,000 subscribers in here for you. And let's obviously hear from what Jose Mourinho had to say about the club of Manchester United. He said, "I'm not the coach of Manchester United, and I don't see any reason for United to be afraid to Fenerbahce. But if they think it will be easy, it would be the wrong approach. I think they'll come with maximum strength. That's what I would do." So he's like, United shouldn't be afraid, but they should be not expecting an easy game. And obviously, when you look at the players that Fenerbahce is really having, if you're a United fan and you're expecting an easy game, then football is not meant for you. I tell you, football is not meant for you because it's really gonna be a very, very hard game for the club of Manchester United. I tell you, it's really gonna be a very, 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 very hard game. And if you know that it's not always easy for the club of Manchester United, especially when you're really playing away from home. And it looks like we need, obviously, see to it that we do the needful. But for me, my worry is about how we can concede less. Because if you ask me a question that will Manchester United score goals, I tell you it will. But will we defend? Because when you look at the attack of Fenerbahce, I think it's more strong than that of FC Porto. That is, it's more strong because they're having Saint Maxima, they're having this other guy called Edin Dzeko, you understand? And they're having Erin Yestri, They're having Dusan Tadic, you get? They're really having a very beautiful team that can come in and obviously cause havoc to the club of Manchester United. Saint Maxima is still there, and some other players in the midfield, Amrabat and Fred, well that they are really hard-working players into that midfield. And the problem that Manchester United is always going to hate to face in the recent past. We lack hard-working players, and this is where the manager has to really implore a lot to see to it that everything really moves on as planned for this side. So we are waiting to see how Jose Mourinho is really going to be facing Manchester United, but I don't think that he's that manager that will obviously be threatened, I believe that he's old-fashioned, and Erik Ten Hag can win this game of football because, obviously, player per player, we're a better team. But it needs all our players to be at their best to see to it that they really orchestrate the best of performances onto the field of play. That is it. If we go ahead and obviously put that up, I tell you, a lot is really going to be happening into this mix. So thank you very much for watching through. Jose Mourinho is going to hit one Erik Ten Hag that if you expect it's really going to be an easy game, I tell you, maximum strength will be required for you to obviously get 3 points. But I believe we are in a shape of really having some huge confidence. When you look at how we played against Bournemouth, we conceded after the goalkeeper, after Delete was really taken off, and I don't believe that's gonna be it's gonna be the case into the mix. So I just can't wait to see how things are really gonna be panning out in this beautiful fixture. And I know Man United will be really willing to obviously go ahead and really attack, because last season we went to Galatasaray, a team that is really stronger than Fenerbahce, and we put 3 goals past them. And the plan, I think, is really gonna be the same. But all you have to do is simple. How do we defend? The difference in us winning this game and not winning it is really going to be on how we defend. That is it. If we defend very well, we are going to really walk away with a win, because I see close to 2-3 goals crossing the line of Fenerbahce, and they might really score 1. But I think we can really defend better, because we're really having a better defense. When you look at Fenerbahce, in their recent games they've gone ahead to play, I think they've been really conceding some goals. Over the weekend they drew 2-2 away, and 2-2 away, meaning they conceded 2. FC 20, it ended 1-1. They beat Union Saint Gilles by 2-1. So I believe we can obviously find them and really beat them. And Galatasaray in the 1st of September beat them by 3-1 at home, meaning that we can go at that level and obviously beat Fenerbahce. Though our recent visits there haven't gone ahead obviously be very positive. But all I want to let you know is that a lot can come in through and obviously put in a required shift all together into the mix. So thank you very much for watching through. And let's continue to obviously see what Jose Mourinho really had to say. Now, Mourinho said, I left Man United with a good feeling for the club and the fans. If things aren't going well for them, that doesn't make me happy. What's important to me is they keep faith in the coach, because that gives stability. Obviously, I think now everyone who is like, Ten Hag should be sacked, Jose Mourinho is telling you the truth, because he also knows it well that what really led to him not really prospering at Manchester United was trusting him with a job and keeping him here for some time. If Man United had gone ahead to keep him here for some time, I tell you what, a lot would have gone ahead to go the way of him, because we needed a manager to stay here for 3, 4, 5 years to break that so-called curse at Manchester United and really get that regime of players out, because we all know that there is a certain group of players who really cocoon around to see if the manager really gets sacked, something that we don't really need to be seeing into the mix for the club of Manchester United. So I think he's calling in for more time for the manager, and that is Erik Ten Hag. And I think you now know what it means, that longevity is needed to see if the project really hits its climax, because a project like what we are building at Manchester United will obviously have ups and downs. But I tell you, in the due course of it having ups and downs, it will only need a manager to be around it for some time to see to it that all goes on well as planned. That is it. So, as it stands, it's really very important to note the words that Jose Mourinho has gone ahead to say about the club of Manchester United. Now, he was asked about, now, that was the past. Now, what about the present? He said, as you know, we won the UEFA Europa League. We finished second in the Premier League. I think we still have a chance to win that league I think they have a chance to win that league if they push Man City, and then they have to pay me the bonus and give me the money. All right. So that's what Jose Mourinho went ahead to say. Then on the current state of Manchester United, he said, maybe you think I'm baffling, all playing mind games. They have a better team than their results show. We watch everything. There is work there, and sooner or later they will succeed. Hopefully sooner, and hopefully before I go back to the EPL. So he believes that United has all what it takes to obviously become a better team, and I also believe in him. And all what United has to do is trust the project to the manager for like 4 years. You saw what Liverpool did with Brandon Rodgers. Not until they felt like you've been here for some years and you cannot really take this project any further, because he was there for I think 4 or 5 seasons, and Liverpool couldn't obviously win a league, but he was sometimes close, finishing second, sometimes third. Top 4 was something that was good for Brandon Rodgers. Then they went in for Jurgen Klopp. Klopp came in through, won them a Champions League, won them a Premier League, and I think won them every trophy that their club had gone ahead to take some long time without winning. So that is it. And I believe that we need what we call consistency in the manager, and that will obviously get us to where we want to be. And lastly, Jose Mourinho came up with this. Jose Mourinho, he said Premier League is a different level. When you ask me who are the favorites to win the UEFA Europa League, it's easy to say Man United and Tottenham Hotspur. Obviously, the Premier League is a different level. That is known all over the world. The Premier League is a different level altogether. And it being a different level altogether, it obviously calls in for different people to obviously come up and really put in a different shift altogether. So he is giving United all the confidence to go ahead and obviously win this. And I tell you, when you look at how Ten Hag has been really winning trophies in their hierarchies, he has gone ahead to do it into the ascending order. You know? Is it ascending, descending? I think it's a descending order. When you're descending, you are counting from the bottom to the top. You know, ascending from the top to. So I think looking at the Carabao Cup, that was his first trophy that he went ahead to win, right? So after winning that, he went ahead to obviously find himself in a position of really winning the FA Cup. Next to that, and what is next to that is the UEFA Europa League. I think the Premier League is still a little bit far from us, but if he wins the UEFA Europa League this season, I know that next season he'll be competing for the league, because all he needs is his players that he's having to obviously get into his system very well. And the moment they get into his system very well, I tell you, he's really going to come up and obviously put in a very huge shift altogether. So that's what I had for you, as Jose Mourinho has gone ahead, obviously won Erik Ten Hag. And I'm going to be bringing you what Erik Ten Hag has going to reply to Jose Mourinho in as far as not being afraid of him is really concerned. But he pays him huge respect. So your reactions to that are welcome in the comment section below. Rock and David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later. Match day 3, UEFA Europa League. We go so.